Hello traders, this is Caroline Alizana, a graduate student of the Grok Trade Mentoring Program. It is Wednesday, May 18th of 2011, and we are looking at the Q's daily chart. Hope you're all ready to do some technical analysis here with me, so let's get started. What a beautiful bounce off of that lower area of support right here at the 57.28 mark, which is the 50 moving average, as well as that lower area of support down below at the 57.18 mark. We're beautifully bouncing off of it to the upside, breaking through that high upper area of resistance at the 57.90 mark, closing above it, which means that we can try to push all the way back up to that 8 moving average, which you see here in green, and it's at the 58.39 mark. So pay close attention to that tomorrow, because it is a significant area of resistance to watch right now at this point in time. If we ever go higher than the 8 moving average, if we ever break through it and then close above it, we could head all the way back up. We can even try to push it all the way up to that next area of resistance on the way up here at about 58.65 mark, which is a major cross point of two major areas of resistance, the 58.65 mark, as well as that blue trend line that you see on my chart pointing lower. So that could be a pretty hard wall to break through if we ever get there. But if we instead go all the way up to the 8 moving average, which is at the 58.39 mark, and then bounce off of it to the downside, we could head lower, breaking through the 50 moving average, which is at the 57.28, as well as that lower area of support down below at the 57.18 mark. And also, first of all, we would need to break through the low of yesterday, which was at the 57.98 mark, and then we would need to close below it if we were about to head lower. And then from then on, we can head all the way back down to that next area of support down below at the 56.67 mark, and then the next one would be at the 55.87 mark. So pay close attention to that. And as you can see, we have a really nice downtrend right here forming between these two blue trend lines. So we could try to push back up to that upper area of resistance, to that blue trend line that you see up here on my chart, and then we can pull back down, continuing lower to that lower blue trend line, which is acting as a significant area of support. So that could be another scenario here to watch and to look for. And look at this. Look at the MACD. Even though we are going up on our chart, we are still pointing lower on the MACD with another negative tick. We are also getting closer and closer to the zero line, and with the MACD pointing lower, it means that we should be heading down. So that could be a little bit of a bounce to the upside before we head lower, but that is just one scenario for you to consider. And look at this. I do not really like the volume in here on that pop, because it's not significant enough. It's lower, so you can see we do see a decrease in volume. So as you can see, when we were heading down, we had huge spikes in volume above the average, but as you can see, we're going up on below the average volume, which is not really impressive, and I did not like to see it. So that's something else to pay close attention to and to consider when making your decision. So thank you very much again for staying with Grok Trade. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.